You guys, man. I'm out here in New Hampshire. I got a load of some recycling that I'm getting unloaded with today. I did this same load last week around this time, but last week I went down that way. I'm not going down that way today, so today I'm just gonna be getting empty over here, and then I'm gonna head out to do a drop and hook at another location. But for the most part, man, let's get these doors open now that we are here. Not too cold out today. Happy about that. Can't complain too much. There ain't no snow coming down. The roads are good. I mean, it's cold, don't get me wrong, but it's not, it's not as bad as it normally would be. So I did see my man Drew over there, so he's probably making a little room. But this is what we got right here. Yeah, so once he's done doing what he's doing over there, he's gonna come, he's gonna grab this paperwork, and I'm gonna continue to back up and get unloaded, and that will be our trip here, and then we'll keep it moving. Alright, so I just gave the paperwork to my mans, but it ain't Drew. Drew's chilling. Drew's out there skiing, having the time of his life right now, while I'm sitting here in the truck. Nah, enjoy yourself though, Drew. But check it out, you guys. I've been looking for a headset and a GPS. So I need a good headset. I want something that's noise cancellation, but it ain't too big to where I'm looking like you're going through a drive-through at a McDonald's or a Dunkin' Donuts and I'm taking your order. I don't want no big old crazy headphone. Just just a nice headset, nice size, nice little, earpiece, and it cancels out my noise. Now, I did hear about Blue Parrot. I don't know nothing about Blue Parrot. I didn't look into it just yet. So if you guys know any information about Blue Parrot or any other headset that that's good, recommend them in the comments. I also need a nice GPS for trucks. I heard about Garmin, haven't had a chance to look into that either. So if you know anything about Garmin or any other GPS for trucks, man, I'll appreciate it. Because it's crazy how I've been driving now for 2 years, just a little shy over 2 years, and I don't have no headset or no GPS. That's crazy. It's mad crazy, yo. Like, how do you go 2 years being a truck driver with no official GPS or headset? Now, I use these little earbuds, but every now and then they pop out my ear. They don't have noise cancellation. They're more for music, you know what I'm saying? But I use them for to talk on the phone with. But sometimes I don't like how I gotta be like or they can hear me driving and everything, and they're like So yeah. So if you guys got any recommendations, before I go running up in Best Buy spending all this money on bullshit equipment when I could just save my time and get the recommendations that you guys are telling me. So yeah, just let me know any recommendation that you guys may have. So he's in and out of my trailer. I'm looking at him through my mirrors. So he's in and out of my trailer. So far so good. It doesn't look like I'll be here for too long, which is good. Supposed to do a little bit of snowing on the way out, but it's cool. I got about a little over 3 hours before, I reach back to Massachusetts, where we'll do a drop and hook. So when we leave here, I'm gonna stop at the truck stop. I'm gonna grab some food, some drinks, use the bathroom. I don't need fuel. The fuel's good. So once I do that, and we're gonna go continue heading out to do our drop and hook in Massachusetts. We're gonna drop this trailer, hook to another trailer, and we're gonna bring that trailer back to the yard. And that's gonna be our day, man. It's pretty easy, pretty smooth. Well, I'm hoping it's gonna be pretty smooth, because if you know, like I know, if you're a truck driver, it ain't gonna always be smooth. It ain't gonna always be cute and pretty. But I'm hoping that it's cute and pretty today. But yeah, like I said, man, we're supposed to run into some snow on the way back out. If I run into some snow, hopefully it ain't too crazy and the roads don't get too slippery, so that way I can have a smooth day. But that's just fingers crossed. So yeah, man, I'm gonna just continue waiting around till I get unloaded. You guys pretty much know what the day's looking like for us so far for right now. So yeah, man, let's get unloaded and keep it moving. So once I leave from somewhere, I typically take a picture of my paperwork and then I send it off to my boss. I do that before I leave anywhere, so that way I don't forget, and that way he could get the paperwork right away. But in this situation where I'm on the scale, a lot of the times I'll wait till I get off the scale. I'll pull off the scale. I'll either go to the truck turnabout and turn around, or I'll just go to the end of the street, park my truck, and then I'll take the picture there. Because what tends to happen at this particular location, it's always trucks in and out, in and out, in and out. But I didn't know there was no trucks down there, so I could have very well waited and just, sent my paperwork that way. But just me being courteous of other drivers, you know what I'm saying, I just wait until I got to the end of the street, and then I just took a picture of my paperwork and sent it then. Alright, man, so yeah, we're gonna hit the truck stop real quick so I can go to the bathroom. I gotta go so bad. I've been drinking mad water, and then we're gonna go do this drop and hook. Yeah. Gotta throw my trash out. Oh, I could clean my windows too. I'm gonna clean the back of my windows when I get out of there, because they can use it. All right, let's go get this bathroom out the way. Grab some snacks or something. A little something like that. And of course, they don't have no paper towel in the bathroom. So I was thinking about it. I think I'm gonna just skip on getting something here. Just getting something here to eat. I'm tired of eating this shit, man. Like, it doesn't matter how, how healthy that you think it is. It's just not good eating a lot of it. Like a lot of times I'll come here, I'll get turkey, I'll get tuna, because I know that's some protein. But too much of grilled chicken, but I know too much of it ain't good either. So what I'm gonna do, you guys, I'm just gonna avoid eating any of this shit today. I changed my mind. I have a couple of options along the way, so I'm not gonna starve. I'll be alright. I'll be fine. There's days, man, I'll be on this road for like 11 to 14 hours, and all I'll have is water. So I'll be alright for now. But what I really want to do is clean the back of my windows. The back of these windows that haven't been cleaned in a while. So it's perfect opportunity to do so. I'm gonna clean this window too. Alright. So we're good. It's not perfect, but it's good for what it is. Truck is filthy though, but you know, it's the winter time. What can you do about it? Alright man, so I had to pull over because I'm getting a notification on the dash, and it's saying engine protective, and it's counting down from 60 to shut my truck off. So before I have to shut down and crank out on the side of the road, I pulled into one of these truck stops. And it did it 2 times. The first time it did it, before I got to pull over, it went off. There we go. So my coolant looks good, it's not leaking. What I do recognize is a lot of oil. That looks like some kind of oil. It's a lot of, I don't know where that's coming from though. I'm not a mechanic, but I do see like, as if something was dripping, because all this is wet, and then it's dry over here, it's dry down here, but all of that is wet. But I don't know if that's normal. But it's talking about my coolant. But my coolant looks good and I don't see nothing leaking. Go check the other side. Okay. All right, so it is my coolant, because you can see right here, it's low. You can see the line right there. It needs to be higher than that. So it is my coolant. So that's what's happening here. I was wondering, I'm like, wait a minute, it's gotta be more to this. So that's why you always want to check your truck, check it thoroughly, see what, you know, what possibility it could be, you know. So I figured out it's the coolant. The other side of the tank is low. I can see it. So I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna grab some coolant and I'm gonna fill this bad boy up, and we shouldn't get those notifications anymore. Yeah. And I'm gonna jump up there. I wanna see something. I wanna see something, baby. So well, before I do that, I'm gonna send a picture. So I got proof of what's going on here. All right, so I'm not gonna get any coolant. So it is full. Even though one side of the tank looked like that, it's still full. So I don't know. There gotta be something going on with this coolant. So there's something going on with this coolant. Either it could be the sensor, the tank. I don't know. I'm no mechanic, you guys. But this is, in any event, always check under your truck, under your hood. Always pay attention to those sensors on your dash, because if anything happens, you don't want to end up stranded nowhere. I know I certainly don't. And I seen that come up 2 times. The first time it came on for a little bit, then it went away. And then the second time, it stayed on, and it was counting down from 60. All right, so you guys saw the tank, right? So when I went to one side of the other tank, it looked like it might have needed some coolant. So I just took pictures and I sent it to my boss, see what he wanted me to do. I was gonna go inside and grab coolant. I'm thinking maybe it needs to be filled up some more, but it actually doesn't need to be filled up. I gotta pull over. There's a little ambulance driving by. So I was on my way inside to go grab coolant so I could fill up the rest of the tank, because the other side of the tank looked like it might have been empty, because all that empty space over there. But it turns out it's not empty, it's full. And I knew it anyway, because before even getting out, I checked all my fluids on my dash. Everything's pretty good. Everything's solid. There's nothing that needs to be filled up right away. All the gauges look good, so I'm like, what's going on here? So it could just be very well be a sensor. So the next time the sensor come on, I'm gonna pull over real quick before it goes away, because like I said, it comes on, it'll start counting down for a couple of seconds and then it'll disappear. But I'm not trying to take a chance and continue to drive and I crank out somewhere in the middle of the road or somewhere where I can't pull over. I'd rather just pull right over the moment I see it, just to avoid any, any headaches. So instead of going to do this drop and hook, I'm just gonna go straight to the yard, because this truck obviously is having some malfunctions, having some problems, and the last thing I need is to be trying to go pick up, a trailer and I crank out somewhere and I need to be towed away or, anything, you know what I'm saying? So it's just best to just bring the truck back to the yard. Truck been good all week, no issues, but that notification, that indicator keep coming up on the dash. So I'm gonna see how long it comes up again, if it even does come up again, but I'm sure it probably will, because it came up twice already. At 2 different times, it wasn't like a back-to-back thing. It was just, it came on, and then it went away. I'm like, oh, that was quick. The first time it came on, it was quick. It came on, counted like maybe 3 to 4 seconds, and then went away. So I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, oh, okay. Before I can even continue pulling over, it went off. So I'm like, all right, then I'm gonna keep driving. And I kept driving, and within like maybe like 10 minutes or so, came right back on. And now this time it was counting even more, and it didn't go away right away. But when I pulled over, it went away. So I don't know. I'm no mechanic. I did my part, which was by looking underneath the hood to see if I could see anything leaking or anything. So in my mind, it's probably a sensor, because what else could it be if everything is filled up properly? I don't know. So to the yard we go and figure it out from here. As you guys can see, I'm in my car now. So what I ended up doing is dropping my trailer back at the yard. I unhooked and I parked my truck in the pen. So my truck's gonna have to get looked at over the weekend, because I don't know what's going on with it. They don't know what's going on with it yet, so we'll have to get looked at. I had to pull over 4 times. I counted. I had to pull over 4 times because the engine just died out. The engine just killed itself. I pulled over, I got 60 seconds to pull over. I pull over way before then, because I don't want to pull over at 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and then the engine dies out wherever I'm at. The steering wheel locks up and everything, so it's not like I can move anywhere. Then I got people behind me trying to go, so it's not smart to try to pull over at the last minute. The moment I see it start counting down, I pull right over. That was 4 times on the way back to the yard. But there was 4 additional times that the indicator came on the dash that the engine was gonna die out in 60 seconds. And when I go to pull over, the indicator just vanishes, just disappears. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep driving, because I know it's not gonna shut down, because it just disappeared. And it did that 4 times, not consecutively. It just plays games with me. The whole truck was just playing games with me. So yeah, so I couldn't go do that drop and hook because of that reason. That truck needed to just get straight back to the yard as soon as possible. So it's there, it's dropped off. I'm no mechanic. I don't know what's going on. If any of you guys have been through that situation with your coolant, or you had that indicator before, how did that work out for you? What did you end up doing? How did you get out of that one? What was the issue? Because yeah, because I don't know. I had a similar situation. But it wasn't that particular indicator, and it wasn't doing that. It wasn't like stopping. It wasn't stopping every like 3 minutes. I have to pull over because of this indicator. The other indicator was basically giving me an hour to refill my my DEF. So it gave me an hour to refill my DEF, because my DEF was low. I had that indicator before, but I never had it with the coolant. And as you guys can see earlier when I showed you guys, that tank was full. And I took pictures of both sides of that tank. I took pictures of the driver's side of the tank and the passenger side of the tank. That whole tank looked like it was full. But one side did look like it might have could use some oil, but when I sent the pictures off, they told me no, it doesn't need oil, that tank is full. So it's probably a sensor, I don't know. Or maybe it actually wasn't full and it did need some more coolant, but it didn't look like it to me. But what do I know, right? It's my first time going through that situation. But anyways, man, it is what it is. But hopefully by the time I get back in my truck, there's no issues. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So check this out. Oh yeah, and by the way, it did end up snowing. Right now, that snow's coming down like crazy. I thought it wasn't gonna snow right away, but it did. As soon as I started hitting Massachusetts line, back up from New Hampshire, that snow just started falling, baby. But it is what it is. I'll be snugged up in the house, nice and comfortable. But check it out, you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know every time I drop a new video. Also, I need you to smash that hype button because that hype button pushes me through the algorithm. I need other people to see these videos, man. I'll see you guys in the next one.